top, okay? And sewing down the edge of the zipper. Okay. After you're done with the zipper, very, very important is that you sew the tail or the end of the zipper to the seam allowance at the bottom. Always make sure, when you're doing it with lining, you're kind of reinforcing it. But if you're not doing it with lining, you want to make sure you sew the tails down. The reason is every time you zip it up and down, there puts some pressure on here, and you don't want this to rip out, okay? So you can just go ahead and sew the very ends of the tails down to the seam allowance. Just a couple of stitches, okay? It's especially important when you don't have lining. So if you're making things on your own, make sure.
Can you sew it to the lining as well?
No, I'm just sewing it to the seam allowance, just on the very end. Okay. Tack your zipper. Just a few stitches is fine. Alright. Okay, now we're going to do an understitch at the waist. So I'm pulling, I almost have to flip the whole thing out. Okay. I'm going to flip the corners of my, so here's my zipper. Here's my zipper. I'm going to understitch along the top. So I'm going to open the whole thing. And I'm going to sew right on the facing. So I'm going to flip this out and slide it underneath. It's really easy to get something caught. Okay, so let's go to the top. So right now, this is where the facing joins the top of the waist. Okay, this is the very, I'm sewing right here on the facing understitch. This is going to pull the seam allowance inside. Be very careful that nothing is caught underneath, okay? Because all of a sudden you're going to stop and it's going to be like a mess, all right? Now, I cannot go all the way to the point. It's impossible. Don't try to, but tuck your point in, slide this back, and go as far as you can. You almost have to sew it like flipped. So let me start. Let me show you. Let me just get past this point, and then you'll be able to see what I'm doing. So what I want to do, I want to hold my thumb underneath and pull the seam allowance towards the facing. Okay. There's my thumb holding it right on the edge. Every few inches, I'm going to stop and then make sure I'm going to grab the next section. Also, I'm making sure nothing's caught.
This is the very top of the skirt. Facing in the south.
Yes.
You're sewing on the facing.
On the facing. Seam allowance being pulled to the facing. Before you do this step, what was your question?
Can we understitch it when it's still all flat?
Yeah. Not before the zipper's in.
Okay.
Zipper always goes in first. You finish the corner and then you do the understitch. Always, always, always.
Does it have to be one line, one stitch?
Try to make it one continuous. I just messed up, so I'm fixing it. Just fix it neatly. That's fine. Don't have like a bunch of mess though. And you do see that it's at the top of the skirt. Sorry, I know it's hard to see.